that is learn photography and experimental photography, which was published by Photography Association of Dum. He was founder president of Friends of Photography in Chandigarh. Learn photography and experimental photography, which was published by Photography Association of Dum. Yes, sir. He was founder president of Friends of Photography in Chandigarh. Learn photography and experimental photography, which was published by Photography Association of Dum. Amitabh ji, mera repeat ho raha hai what I have said.
Sir, मैंने clear कर दिया. Sorry.
He was founder. He is a recipient of more than 200 awards in national and international salons. He is 4 times recipient of Best Indian Entrant Award in international salons, of course, held in India. He is the first Indian to be awarded the first prize at Photojournalist of the Year contest in 1989. That contest was sponsored by Photographic Society of America. That is a really Journalist of the Year award, very, very prestigious one. Then he was honored as one of the 6 Indian pictorialists by the Photographic Society of Pakistan, and he was invited to contribute photographs to their exhibition. The theme of the exhibition was Tribute to Legends of Photography. And that exhibition was held in 2005 in Pakistan. And he is advisor to many photography organizations like Tri-City Photo Art Society, our Federation of Indian Photography. Then his associate editor, he was an associate editor of Viewfinder for 4 years, which is the official monthly. Then people who are member of FIP, they must be receiving this journal Viewfinder every month. He was also a member in the working committee of FIP from 2017 and 2018. He was a vice president of FIP from 2019 and 2020, and president of FIP from 21 to 24, 2 terms. And most importantly, he's a very upright person. He always calls a spade, and he's an excellent human being. And he has prepared extensively for this webinar, and you will be seeing it soon. And thank you, Mr. Amitabh ji. Over to Mr. Adit Agarwala. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
हाँ sir, yes, it is audible.
Please hear me.
Yes, sir. थोड़ा आपका voice कम आ रहा है, sir.
कम आ रहा है.
थोड़ा कम है.
मैंने तो कुछ भी गड़बड़ की नहीं.
कोई बात नहीं, sir. आप करिए. I can
hear me now.
Yeah, better.
Okay. So, good evening to all of you, friends. Mr. Vijay Agarwal, Mr. Amitabh Agarwal, and Mr. Anil Dishal Singh, Mr. S. Satish, Mr. Patel, and I guess by this time so many others have come, but I can't see them. So I begin my webinar with these words. Okay, sir? Thank you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the title of my webinar is Successful Salon Photography. So most of the photographers in the recent past, they are all making pictures in various genres, and they also try to participate their entries in various salons. And so that is why this idea that how to do successful salon photography, which means how many more acceptances we can gain. So I am giving a brief on the same only. What is a salon? As per Oxford Dictionary, the word salon means a place where customers go for hair and beauty treatment. Very funny. We are talking of art. but here it is coming as hair and beauty treatment. But that is what the dictionary says. This word salon is derived from French language, and it means a relaxed gathering of select group of intellectuals, artists, and politicians who meet in the private residence of a socially influential person. The word salon always starts with a capital S. It was the official art exhibition sponsored by the Académie des Beaux-Arts in Paris. The Academy was begun by Cardinal Mazarin in 1648 under the royal patronage of Louis XIV. The Royal Academy exhibition took place in the Salon d'Apollon in Louvre, France in 1667, and it was meant for only members of the Academy. In the context of photography, Salon is another term for photographic exhibition. The International Federation of Photographic Art, in short FIAP, which is the only UNESCO-recognized international body on photographic art and science, and Photographic Society of America, in short PSA, and other salon patronizing bodies also use this word salon in the same manner. It will be very interesting to note that first photographic exhibition of the world was held in 1852 over a duration of 39 days from December 22 till January 29, 1853. This exhibition was organized by Society of Arts in London. The exhibition was originally planned for a week with about 400 works on display. But due to greater than expected success of this exhibition and visits from well-known painters such as Dante Gabriel Rossetti, the exhibition was extended till 29th January 1853. With the extension of this exhibition and addition of about 400 more photographs, altogether 76 photographers had their works on display. This is a first public exhibition dedicated to photography, Society of Arts London, 22nd December to 1852 to 29 January 1853. This is an illustration created by Wikipedia, just to have a glimpse how an exhibition and the gathering in exhibition looked like. So salon in the context of photography. A salon is an exhibition of photographic art, both print and digital form, images selected by a jury of 3 to 5 members and conducted in accordance with rules and guidelines framed by the global patronizing authority such as FIAP, PSA, etc., or also national photographic body. In our case, it is FIP, the Federation of Indian. Salons are generally of two types. One is a national salon, where participation is restricted to any specific geographical area, which is usually the country of the organizers. So in our case, if there is a national salon in India, it will be open for participation to all the photographers, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Nagaland to Gujarat. And then there is international salon, where participation is open to all the photographers across the globe. And there is a third category too, which is reserved for youth photographers. Here there are two categories by age. Category 1 is the age of entrance should be less than 16 years before the closing date. And in category 2, entrance age should be less than 25 years before closing date. in such salons reserved for youth, the FIAP waives patronage fees, doesn't take any fees, but organizers must have infrastructure to check the age limit of the participants. That is the responsibility of organizers. Now, in any salon, how many sections can be there where people can participate their images? So single salon can have 4 to 6 sections, such as open color, open monochrome, nature or wildlife, photojournalism, people, it's a thematic section, travel, and world in focus, which has been introduced since March 2024. Further, there are circuit salons. There is a 3 salon circuit, there is a 4 salon circuit, there is a 5 salon circuit. These circuit salons were organized for the first time in 1994, and the first such circuit was Austrian Super Circuit. It's a very famous circuit and still working in a different name. And first Indian circuit was Horizon International Circuit 2003. It had 4 salons, Bangalore, Pune, Lucknow, and Allahabad. And there are some salons who label their sections with a word trad, T-R-A-D, which is a short for traditional. So the salon section name goes like this: open color, PIDC trad, open monochrome, PIDM trad, landscape, color and mono trad, people, color and mono, PIDC trad. You may find some salons only where trad is written against some sections. I will discuss it a little later. The international salon patronizing bodies such as FIAP, PSA, and our national body FIP have prescribed certain rules for compliance by all to ensure an orderly conduct in the salons by all the players, provide a level playing field to all the participants without any discrimination, create a monitoring mechanism to ensure compliance of all the rules framed. Before submitting images, the participants have to undertake that they are aware of the rules issued by the patronizing bodies and they can be investigated for any violation. The international photo bodies have framed almost similar salon rules guidelines. FIAP's guidelines are contained in their document, latest document 040 and 038 of 2023. The PSA, Photographic Society of America, has prescribed a similar set of rules for their exhibition standards for salons with closing date in 2025. These are the latest guidelines. Rules framed by FIP are similar to those of FIAP. In order to keep the webinar lively and interesting, I will not list all the rules completely. Those inquisitive may please visit the websites of FIAP, PSA, FIP, etc. and study it thoroughly for their own benefit. So I shall discuss only important aspects of the rules with live examples wherever possible. In the course of salon journey, we commit some mistakes too. I shall try to explain the same with examples, and I think it will be beneficial to those who really need it. Essential conditions for salon participation. So certain conditions are application of all sections, applicable to all the sections. Every photograph, including a part thereof, submitted to a salon must have been photographed by the entrant and he or she should possess its ownership rights. Another such condition which is universally applicable to all sections is no photograph or part thereof should have been created through artificial intelligence, in short, AI. Now I'm coming to sections. The open sections in color and monochrome, there is no restriction on subject matter. Like we can submit creative images, landscapes, portraits, candids, anything. Or we can use any techniques on the images while taking photograph and also while post-processing it. But use of following things are strictly prohibited, such as images created through AI, use of stock images, clip art, photo textures from market, Photoshop, or procured from anywhere else, replacement skies from Photoshop, any other source which is not having ownership by the author. In short, any image that does not carry your ownership. So this is very important. The moment we submit an image in a salon, that salon must be 100% owned by the photographer. In nature and wildlife section, it's a very big definition. Nature photography records all branches of natural history except anthropology and archaeology. It includes all aspects of physical world, both over and underwater. Nature images must convey truth of the scene. This is the very fundamental aspect. Nature images must convey truth, and the storytelling aspect is weighed much more than its pictorial quality while maintaining high technical quality. Human elements shall not be present except where those human elements are integral part of the nature story, such as nature subjects like barn, owl, or stork adapted to an environment modified by the human. Image processing is limited to making the image look as close to the original scene as possible, including dodging, burning. Image conversion to complete grayscale monochrome is allowed. Exposure blending, focus stacking, and HDR is also allowed. But following things are strictly prohibited in nature photography. No techniques that add, relocate, replace, or remove any element of the original picture except by cropping. This means that no element of the photograph may be cloned, added, or removed. Infrared images, whether direct captures or derivation, are not permitted. It is advisable to consult the current FIP guidelines, FIP document 40, and PSA's exhibition standard with closing date 2025 to avoid any pitfalls unwittingly. Essential conditions for salon participation. Now, section is photojournalism. So, PJ entries are images with informative content and emotional impact, reflecting human presence in the world. Storytelling value is again very high, receives very high priority over its pictorial quality. Image processing is limited to restoring the original scene at the time of taking the image, including global correction in exposure, contrast, color saturation, etc. Conversion of color image to complete grayscale monochrome only is allowed. Prohibitions are image taken from events or activities organized for photography or of subjects directed or hired for photography are not eligible. No techniques that add, relocate, replace, or remove any element of the original image except by cropping are permitted. This means that no element of photograph may be cloned, added, or removed. Travel section. A travel image taken anywhere in the world we live in is a portrayal of the real world as it is found naturally. Seascapes or landscape images must include characteristic or distinctive physical features, although it is not essential to identify its exact location. Images that predominantly depict people and their activities must illustrate a distinctive culture of a country, region, or continent. Time exposures are permitted provided they do not dominate the image as a special effect like scapes with mild cloud streaks. Image processing is allowed to achieve global and selective adjustments such as brightness, saturation, hue, contrast to restore the original appearance of the scene and complete conversion to grayscale monochrome. Here again, in travel section, there are certain prohibitions like highly distorted images, toned images, vignettes, images from any staged event or hired subjects organized for the purpose of photography. Time exposures with dominating effects such as star trails, removing, adding to, moving or changing any part of the image except by cropping or straightening. Infrared effect both in camera and post camera. Okay. Now we are reaching the end. World in focus. Since the introduction of this section is 2024, the FIAP has discontinued patronage for travel section. Travel section now enjoys the patronage of Photographic Society of America. The World in Focus section is almost similar to travel, but in addition, images from arranged events are also accepted. Digital manipulation to optimize an image and fine-tune levels and colors is permissible, but the image must appear to be normal. And there is a sixth special arrangement for salons which add the label traditional photo. Such salons are very few and far in between. This trad label is attached to following sections: open, series, portfolios, and themes. This is a special arrangement where the organizers mark the sections as traditional photo, in short, trad. Salons so held are very few. I will give an example from Azerbaijan International Salon 2025, where the sections read like this: open color, PIDC trad, open monochrome, PIDM trad, landscape, both color and mono, trad, people, both color and mono, trad. Now, trad is a traditional photograph, which means single capture image with minimal adjustments to maintain the original appearance of the image. What are the prohibitions here? Rearranging, replacing, adding, or removing any part of the original image is strictly prohibited except by cropping. HDR and focus stacking techniques are prohibited, whether done in camera or thereafter. Caution: please read the Salon rules carefully. This is specifically for new Salon participants. Please read the Salon rules carefully. The moment we read open, we assume that all techniques, everything is allowed in images. But if we miss the addition of the word trad, then we are gone. So the success mantra is, if you see trad, submit only single capture images and please do not use any techniques. See, if you read the rules and guidelines, you will find they refer to so many common mistakes which some of us commit by mistake. But if we remain alert, we can benefit by avoiding these mistakes. So I request all to read at least the Salon rules which every salon organizer is required to publish. If still in doubt, the participants may please write to the salon chair and seek clarification. I shall point out some such mistakes with live examples wherever possible. So there is a rule that no watermark or signature be made on the image submitted to any salon. This rule is very old and existing since ages. Yet, almost in every salon, some violations of this nature get detected. Due to privacy issues, it is difficult to obtain the contact details of such entrants who still put watermark on their images. Despite these hurdles, if detected, the jury have to fulfill their responsibility and mark DQ means disqualified to such images. I will show you an example. See here, this is a picture. Everything is fine, but at the right bottom corner, a name is inscribed. As I could not get any actual image from the salon participant, which violated this rule, to show here, I created one of my own pictures and put my name. But this is actually what we find during salon judging. There is another rule which says an author may not enter identical or similar looking picture photographs into different sections of the same salon. An author may not enter identical or similar photographs into different sections of the same salon. During judging, the jury may come across many identical or similar looking images, but it is difficult to pinpoint, identify, and segregate them, as the number of images in a section are huge. All the identical or similar looking images do not come serially one after another, and the judging platform does not provide the facility of segregation. See, whenever a judging in progress, the jury have to go very fast. One after another images are coming, you have to just put marks. Suddenly you find that the second or third image is same as I saw 2 or 3 images previously. But now that has gone, so we have to go back. So whether you go back or front, but you can't have any identity about the picture's author. So there is no title of the image and there is no name of the author. The platform, judging platform doesn't provide this facility of segregation of such images. So post-judging is the only option. After post-judging, the jury can seek help from the salon webmaster or salon chair. But post-judging, since everybody is running against time, getting such help is almost next to impossible. I was fortunate to detect some such images in a salon, and I had obtained consent from the particular author. So I will show one such image submitted in 2 sections of the same salon without revealing the author. This is the first image. It was submitted in color section. First, I saw this picture. Immediately after the section was over, I started monochrome section. And when I started monochrome, I found this picture. So this was submitted, an identical image was in monochrome. You can see it is the identical image. So this person submitted one image in 2 sections. Both of them were disqualified as per Salon rule, because you cannot submit 2 images of single capture. There is another important guideline from the authorities. It states a monochrome image and a color image from the same capture are considered the same image and hence must have the same title. If it is good morning in color, it should be good morning in monochrome also. If it is a beauty in color, it should be beauty in monochrome also. In the above example, these 2, I found that both the images were from the same capture and their titles were different. I think you get my point. If there is a single capture and two sections, two images are submitted, they should have the same title. But here the gentleman changed the title, different title. So the violation is now compounded. During judging, the jury can see only the image, neither its title nor name of the author. If the violation goes undetected, author may gain acceptances of two titles. But if the jury detects the violation, the participant will suffer all the acceptances of the image concerned. Hence, it is important to be aware of the existing rules to avoid loss of acceptances and also the penalties which may be imposed by the patronizing authority subsequently. There are some other common mistakes committed by new salon participants especially. A very common mistake is breaching the sectional barrier. Just to clarify, color images, if entered into open monochrome section, they will be rejected because it is not made for monochrome. Similarly, monochrome images, if entered into open color system, again it will be rejected. But monochrome image, partially toned or colored, are treated as color images, and hence they may be entered in open color section. I will share some examples. Then there is another mistake. Staged images which are acceptable in world in focus section cannot be submitted to travel section. So these are sectional barriers. So this is one such image. It is a monochrome image with some color. So if we submit this picture in monochrome section, it will be immediately rejected. If it is put in color section, it is acceptable. Whether they will accept or not is different. Another image. It's a monochrome image with partial color. If it is submitted, so by definition, it is a color image. If it is submitted in color section, okay. But if it is submitted in monochrome, it is gone. Then there are some technical mistakes by salon participants. It has been observed that some good images get rejected due to the following faults. Like one is tilted horizon in landscape. So whether it is a waterscape, seascape or landscape, if the horizon is tilted, the picture becomes defective and so it is rejected. Strong lines going from behind the head of the subject. Tree or pole rising from behind the head of the subject. Improper spotting, dust marks left on the image. Edge halos, also called fringing or matting around the subject. Over saturation of color. Improper focusing of image. Other technical imperfections. I will try to show some examples. The first one, tilted horizon. That's why I have drawn a line by red color. You can see the horizon is tilted. So rejected. Horizon line intersecting the head with the red arrow you can see. It's a bad capture. It will be rejected. Again, the same thing. Overlapping the horizon, the head part is above. Bad capture. The child portrait has two major problems. One is a pole arising from behind her head. Sorry. From behind her head, this is the pole. And the hand, this highlight has gone beyond salvation. So there is a patch. So these are overexposure defects. So this picture is again likely to be rejected. The horizontal vertical intersection. See. This picture will be rejected. Edge halo. You can see this figure and at this part indicated by red arrow, there is a edge halo. This is considered a defect. Improper spotting, dust marks. See. defective background, you see, the background is gray, in between there is a gray, and on the two sides there is dark, black. Again considered defective. So mistakes by salon participants, often new salon participants misunderstand the image size direction. Nowadays, internationally, the size specification is 1920 pixel maximum for horizontal side and 1080 pixel maximum for vertical side of the image. Sometimes, even for a portrait image, the participant keeps the width as 1920, but it is a portrait. They forget. They just go by literally 1920 wide, horizontal, 1080 vertical. So in portrait, they keep 1920 pixel and the vertical side as 1080 pixel. The resulting picture becomes completely deformed and apt to be rejected. And worse, sometimes they tinker with the aspect ratio of the image in the size box, image size box, and then change the pixel size of the horizontal and vertical side as per their flawed understanding. And the resulting image is a disaster. I'll give some examples. See, this is the width and this is height, 1080 and 720. And this is actually aspect ratio. This is the link chain and this is the link. Width and height are interconnected with a link. What happens? This chain link, if we change any one side, the other will change automatically in the same set proportion. Now, changing one side, the image will change the other side automatically. And the aspect ratio chain link is shown here with this arrow, red arrow. Now here, this link, chain link, this is the chain. If we click on this chain link, if we click on this chain link, this link will snap. Now, if by mistake one puts width as 1920 and the other side, that is height, because the link is snapped, the height will remain same. The author is changing only the width. The link is missing, snapped. So the height will remain same, constant, 1080. The resulting picture will be full of distortion, which I will show you in the next slide. This happened because the width section, horizontal section, he placed 1920, but the chain link was snapped. So the height remained 1080. This is the disastrous result. Another defect, I have already spoken about artificial intelligence, which is not acceptable in any form, in any section of Salon, in any image of any photographic distinction. So in April 2023, a storm shook the entire photographers community across the world. As you are aware, Sony World Photography Awards is a famous annual photo contest with highly prestigious awards. In April 23, Sony announced that their top award has been won by a German photographer, Boris Eldagsen, on his entry Pseudosmia, reproduced below. But the storm came when Boris declined to accept the top award. He said it is an AI entry and hence he can't accept this prestigious award. He also raised so many questions about the competence of the jury concerned, that what they were doing, it was an artificial image they could not detect. So this use of artificial intelligence and its repercussions in photographic salon, photo contests, photographic distinctions created a worldwide debate in 2023. Till then, all the international salon patronizing bodies such as FIAP, Photographic Society of America, Royal Photographic Society, etc., they carried a one line in their rules in this regard. What was the line? All images must be taken through camera, and the participants should have ownership of the image and its components. This was the one line carried by all the agents. But now the argument was that since image has not been taken through a camera, but is an AI creation, so who carries the ownership of the AI image? It is not any photographer, but a AI software. Finally, after a lot of debates, FIA, PSA, RPS, etc. came out with fresh ruling, categorically stating that henceforth pictures created through artificial intelligence will not be allowed in photographic salon and distinctions. All parts of the image need to be photographed by the author who is holding the copyright of all the works submitted to us. Us means patronizing body salons or their distinctions. And what was the penalty? Offenders of these guidelines will be sanctioned for 3 years to life. Actually, FIAP says that if somebody violates this condition imposed by FIAP in Salon or any photographic distinction submitted to FIAP, they will be sanctioned for the life. Since their remaining life, they shall neither hold any FIAP distinction title, nor they can participate, nor they can organize any FIAP patronage salon. The PSA is also same, slightly liberal. Offenders will be sanctioned from 3 years to life. So the very minor initial violation, 3 years sanction, otherwise life. For the sake of learning and demonstration, I had made some AI-assisted images through Adobe Photoshop, which uses a software called Firefly for this purpose. I will show some of them in next few slides, but these images are not for any salon. In this connection, please refer to the article in FIP House Journal Viewfinder published in July 2023. So this is one image. You can see on the left side small image. This is the original JPEG of the image. And the same image with the help of artificial intelligence, I used the background created by artificial intelligence. This is the picture. And the rest part of the picture was processed through Photoshop. But it is AI generated partly. It is not for salon. That's all. This is second image shot at Digha FIP convention. In Digha Sea, there are no dolphins. But through AI assistance, I created this dolphin, this boat, and these birds in the sky. Again, it is not for any salon. This is the third image. Again, the background has been created through AI. The figure is original, photographed through a camera. I carry the ownership. Only the background was created through AI. Okay. Now, a few rules which concern the images submitted in the sections of travel, nature, photojournalism images, and world in focus section. As per the FIAP and PSA guidelines, both color and monochrome images can be submitted in the sections of travel, nature, photojournalism, and world in focus. But submission of toned images is not permissible. Any monochrome image submitted in these sections must be grayscale monochrome only. No sepia, no other tinge. Only grayscale monochrome from pure white to pure black. I'll show some examples. This is Tomb of Humayun, Delhi. The image is perfect, but it is toned sepia. Hence, it is not acceptable because it is toned image, not in grayscale. A bird, purple heron flying with catch, very good nature image, but since it is toned in sepia, it is not acceptable. Vignettes and borders, another mistakes. Salon images with vignettes cannot be submitted in the sections of nature, photo travel, photojournalism, world info. Any border added must not be greater than 3 pixels in width. If it is more, picture will be rejected. Single black or white borders of same dimension are permissible in photo travel prints, not digital prints. However, occasionally some participants add both vignettes as also the borders, which are wider than 3 pixels. So such actions lead to rejection of entry, causing disappointment to the salon entrants, and they think how they can get more acceptance, but the problem lies elsewhere. Very minor mistakes committed by them causes loss of acceptance. I'll show some examples. See, here there is a white vignette. Picture is grayscale, but vignette is white. Reject. Picture is grayscale monochrome, but dark vignette, black. Picture is rejected. Here, what happens, both FIAP and PSA prescribe that any texture which is not authored by the participant, taken from market or Photoshop or any other source which doesn't carry his ownership, cannot be used in Salon. So this is what has happened here. A texture has been used from Photoshop, but when this picture was utilized in a Salon catalog, that was I think 2014 or 15. It was a Lucknow International Photo Fest or something like 2014 or 15. This picture was reproduced in the catalog, but now because of this ruling, if such pictures are sent into salons, they will be rejected. Because the rule says third-party elements like replacement sky or textures are not permissible. Another picture, same thing, some texture by Fractalius filter used. This picture was exhibited before this ruling. Now it cannot be. Now come another mistake, image distortion, etc. in travel and world in focus section. Distorted images may be acceptable in open sections like open color, open mono, and also photojournalism section. But the same is not acceptable in travel sections. Sometimes photographer has to use wide angle lens. It is essential to photograph huge monuments such as Taj Mahal, which may cause image distortion. What is the solution? One solution could be removal of distortion in the image during processing to bring it back to the original appearance of the subject. And the authorities, FIAP and PSA, they allow this restoration of image. But some distortion may still remain in the image. What happens? In such cases, decision of jury is final and binding to all. They may accept or reject a travel image even after restoration, but that is a fait accompli. I request viewers to refer to September 2020 issue of Viewfinder, House Journal of Viewfinder FIP, where a letter from the then in charge of PSA photo travel design, Ms. Nadia Filage, was published on this aspect. Further, staged images are not acceptable in travel section. In travel images, removing, adding to, moving or changing any part of the image is strictly prohibited, except by cropping or straightening. I'll show some examples. This is Buddha Dordenma, Bhutan. This statue of Lord Buddha along with its forecourt is a huge area. You took this picture with a Samyang lens of 12 millimeter. The image is highly distorted and hence as per rules, it will not get acceptance in any sense. So I tried their description and brought the distortion to a great lower degree, but still you can see that arch-like area base is there, so distortion is still visible. When I sent this image to Salon, in some salons it was accepted, especially foreign salons. In Indian salons, this was rejected. When I took up this matter with Nadia Filiki, she said, "You send me your image." I sent her the image, both this one and this one. After seeing this, she said, "Yes, you have improved it a lot. I appreciate. But if the jury, it is left to the jury to accept or reject. If they accept, we don't say why. If they reject, we again don't ask why. It is left to their judgment." So I thought that in this picture, there are so many shadows and so many people. So I thought of removing some shadows and people. When I showed it to one of my friends, he said, "This picture won't be accepted. Can you please tell me why?" See, what I have done, this man with his shadow and this shadow, I have removed. But I have broken the rule. No part of the image can be removed, cloned, or removed other than cropping or straightening. I didn't do it willfully. I did this only to create an example for this webinar. Generally, it is difficult to catch, but the rule is rule. Whoever does it gets a sentence. Okay. Then staged image travel images are not permissible in travel section. Nowadays, travel section carries the patronage of PSA only. And so this image has been circulated by Photographic Society of America for educational purposes, stating not eligible for travel section. The in charge nowadays is Ms. Buket Ozate, PSA Photo Travel Division, Exhibition Standard Director. Another image, again from Buket Ozate, stating not eligible for travel section because it is staged. So, now definition of nature photography. Nature photography is restricted to the use of photographic process to depict all branches of natural history except anthropology and archaeology in such a fashion that a well-informed person will be able to identify the subject material and certify its honest presentation. The storytelling value of photograph must be weighed much more than its pictorial quality while maintaining high technical quality. Though I have already discussed this info earlier, I am repeating it again for a specific purpose. What is that purpose? No technique that add, relocate, replace, or remove pictorial elements except by cropping are permitted. Now I am coming to the picture. See, this is the picture, African eagle with catch, authored by Mr. Abhijit Dev. Without any doubt, To me, at least, this picture is very beautiful. Now, let us see how it was taken and it was made. Any guesses? This is the actual picture. Please see, left part of its wing is slightly cropped. It's taking difficult. During taking, this part got outside the frame. And the other problem is the eagle is robbed of its full attention due to an out of focus boat. This is the boat. Out of focus. But it is a boat. Human structure. Now, some photographers may use unfair methods to rectify or salvage the image by using some photographic techniques, submit it to salons, and may gain acceptance as an even award. But not by any serious and honest photographers like all of us who are present here and who have been throughout their salon journey. As what is the reason? The reason is in nature photography, no element of the photograph can be cloned, added, or removed. No technique that add, relocate, replace, or remove pictorial elements except by cropping or editing. Now the real story is, I needed such a picture in 2021 for a webinar. My request to so many friends and experts in the field were spurned, fearing loss of face, bad name. Luckily, Mr. Day had this above photograph lying useless in his stock. So when I told him about the webinar and repeated my request to him also for such an image for demonstration purposes, Mr. Day kindly obliged me by making this image, but strictly for educational and illustrative purposes. I am showing this picture only with the intention that such instances do come even now when we take photographs. And out of greed for getting some acceptance or award, we commit such violations, mistake rules, create such an image, and then whatever happens. Next, one such image, there is this some fodder field where these elephants are there. And if you see closely, you will find that these elephants have been artificially colored. My guess is that during raw processing by selection and then coloring, this happened. But anyway, the violation is violation. It is strictly prohibited in nature. Another picture, there is a rule that man-made structures and humans' presence in nature photographs are prohibited. So this red-crested pochard takeoff, it is authored by Mr. H. Satish, himself a master photographer. Through a pin, though it's a pin-sharp image, but it will not get acceptance due to presence of humans in the boat, man-made structure, even though they are out of focus. I'm showing this image only with the purpose of educating the, especially the new salon entrant, that they should avoid committing such mistakes. But if it happens, fine, reject it yourself. No need to send it and try the jury's patience. Another set picture. Good picture, very sharp birds, but in the background, there is a man-made structure, boat, and a human being. Reject. So, after this, for getting good salon acceptances, where shall we concentrate? Our pictures should have strong composition. Before sending pictures to salons, we should self-analyze whether our pictures are perfect or even near perfect, whether our pictures carry the emotional, intellectual, or aesthetic impact. whether it carries a storytelling effect. Is it compositionally strong? Whether our images are muddy, that means exposure and processing both are bad. The white is not white, the black is not black. Does it lead our eyes to the principal subject through lines, curves, and tones? Is there tonal harmony in the picture? Whether the characters present in the picture are supporting each other or competing with the principal subject? Is the mood of the subject captivating? In case of thematic sections, whether our pictures are appropriate to the theme? Does it carry any new idea? Whether the pictures are violating any guidelines imposed by authorities such as FIAP or PSA? If so, replace them pronto with good images. Next, I shall show some good illustrative pictures with different styles for better understanding. So this is travel and world in focus. See, Giraffe at Masai Mara by Prema Kakade. Tiger's Nest, Prema Kakade. Enjoyment in Water by Miss Sharmali Das. Chhat Puja by Sharmali Das. No Passenger Yet by Subrata Baisak. Manhattan Opposite Riverside, Subrata Baisak. Evening at Ancient City, Subrata Baisak. Tourist Visitors at Manhattan, Subrata Baisak. Promo and Sumeru by Sudhir Saxena. Golden Hand Bridge by Sudhir Saxena. Pathing at Kedar Ghat, Suman Saha. Walk in Calmness, Suman Saha. The Glow of Morning Sun, Suman Saha. Evening Ritual at Kashi, Suman Saha. Tourist at Taj, Adit Agarwal, myself. Lord Buddha, Adit Agarwal. Holy Revelry 5. Mausoleum of Isa Khan, Adit Agarwal. Ganga Ghat number 64, Adit Agarwal. Shanti Stupa, Holy Revelry 10. Blue City below Mehrangarh Fort, Jodhpur. Mysuru Palace in Blue Hour. Kumbhalgarh Fort, Holy Revelry 13. Tolu Punitha Dance, Twin Tower, nature images. I have not taken any nature image till date. So all the images are borrowed from experts. None of them are authored by me. So the first picture is Going for Jugular, Dr. B.K. Sinha. Elephant Up Close, Dr. B.K. Sinha. Reeds Are My Home, Dr. Sinha. Image 5932, Dr. Sinha. Body cave with frog kill, Dr. Sinha. Bereaving Elephant 4360 by Dr. P.G. Shanbag. Jaw Power 1663, Dr. Shanbag. T120 and Krishna, Dr. Shanbag. Whale Breaching, Dr. P.G. Shanbag. Mama Bear with Cub, H. Satish. Common Leopard Butterflies Mating, H. Satish. Egret, H. Satish. Back to the Herd, H. Satish. Darter with fish, H. Satish. White-throated kingfisher with catch, Abhijit De. Bullfrog mating, Abhijit De. Pregnant jackal runs to snatch, Abhijit De. Royal mating, Abhijit De. Egret in flight with hunt, Suman Saha. The toad catcher, Suman Saha. African lion on the tree, Santosh Jana. Gharial carrying baby, Santosh Jana. Predator bird targeting turtle's egg, Santosh Jana. Crab kills the baby turtle, Santosh Jana. Cheetah chase, Prema Kakade. On watch, Prema Kakade. Cheetah family, Prema Kakade. Zebra crossing, Prema Kakade. Now photojournalism images. Charak festival on West Bengal, Abhijit De. Rainy day at Kumar today, Abhijit De. No tension, Akhil Hardia. Ignite, Akhil Hardia. Corporation in action, Akhil Hardia. Skid due to light rain, Akhil Hardia. Greater adjutant stock, Sharmali Das. Firefighting, Sharmali Das. Scavenger 7248, Sharmali Das. Tondi 9261, Sharmali Das. To be cut is their fate, Professor Shivji Joshi. Monsoon night, Professor Shivji Joshi. Naga congregation, Sudhir Saxena. Hair cutting ritual, Sudhir Saxena. Waiting for turd, Sudhir Saxena. I will also jump, Sudhir Saxena. Expectation, Adit Agarwala. Open mood. Now, some pictures again I have borrowed. One is Mother by Benussin, a very famous picture. Another is Shyness, again by Benussin, late Benussin and my guru. Shyness. Eternal Episode by Sushant Banerjee. Sacrifice by Sushant Banerjee. Woman's Life by Abhijit De. Lap of Grandmother, Abhijit De. Memoirs, Adit Agarwala. Last Prisoner, Adit Agarwala. Disaster 2, myself. Freedom, myself. Guy Lumin, myself. Life and Death, myself. Reflection, myself. Life, myself. Honeymoon 2, myself. Paradise Lost, myself. Past, myself. Good Earth, myself. Invitation, myself. Storm, myself. Seventh Heaven, myself. Desire, myself. Rehearsal, myself. Prized Catch, myself. Hope 2, myself. Vagabond, myself. Give us this day our daily bread, myself. Contemplation, myself. Mr. Rawat, myself. Oh God, myself. Grandma, myself. Lost in Melody, myself. I am the Lord, myself. Chicken Supplier, myself. Selfie Time, myself. Angel's arrival, myself. Water, myself. Echo, myself. Sign of hope, myself. In black and white, myself. Desert storm, myself. Ecstasy, myself. Beautification, myself. Struggle, myself. First trip, myself. On the top, myself. Down the stairs, myself. White flower, myself. Thunderstorm, myself. Midday rest, myself. Morning fishing, myself. Protection, myself. Signature bridge, myself. Uphill task, myself. Zebra crossing, myself. Coming down, myself. Fishing in moonlight, myself. Now I start with color. These images are from Mr. Anil Desal Singh. Form and color, 19. Anil Desal Singh. Form and color, 17. Anil Desal Singh. Rural graphy, Dr. P.K. Sinha. Delicate dancer, Deep Bhatia. Tender boot, Deep Bhatia. At vintage car show, myself. Blue butterfly, myself. Curves and reflections, myself. Dance on Holi, myself. Lines and curves, myself. Encircled fisherman, myself. Vizag dock worker, myself. Protest, myself. Fishing through circular net, myself. Aparajita, myself. Chili drying, myself. Street dancers, myself. Bali dancer, myself. Home calling, myself. Brick making, myself. Gadisar Lake, myself. The tourist couple, myself. Polluted Yamuna River, myself. Protest walkout, myself. The selfie at Taj, myself. Through Silky Way, myself. Time to relax, myself. Two facets of life, myself. Women cooperative fishing, myself. Apsara, myself. Confiding, myself. Last bunch of sunflowers, myself. The camel rider, myself. Chicken market, myself. Woman with pitcher, myself. Now, after showing these pictures, and especially from the title that successful salon photography, there is a limitation of acceptance rates in international salon. As the current guidelines, section-wise acceptance rates cannot exceed 30% of the total images received. But in order to increase quality of results, a lower acceptance rate is welcome. This is prescribed by FIP. However, there are some international salons who, despite the FIP PSA cap being not exceeding 30%, keep the salon acceptance rate much lower than the cap. And the leaders in this aspect are the print salons, not digital. I will give two examples. This is third Edinburgh Photographic Society Digital Salon. Edinburgh is a very famous salon organizers from England. Very old, more than 150 years. This is their third digital salon. So despite being the cap of 30%, not more than 30%, their acceptance rate was just 23% in 2024. Acceptance rate was 23%. Much less than the prescribed 30%. And if we go to their print salon, so in 2019, their acceptance rate for prints was 11.39%. So despite sending our pictures of best possible quality, best composition, and everything, nothing but the best, but still the acceptance rate is so low. Our India is not far behind. This is an example from Damdam Salon 2024, print salon. The acceptance rate is 6.2%. 6.2. So, what is the mantra of salon success? It's like a $1 million question, and perhaps nobody has the right answer. Based on advice of my guru, late Guru Sri Venusen, and my personal experience of 40 plus years of salon participation, it should be sincere and honest to the objective, which is creating better images, aesthetically pleasing, and so much emotional that it can move the viewer. Perfect I cannot be, since the word is found only in dictionary. But try and do better than your best. Then try to find fault in your own work. Edit your own image and improve upon it. Remember, nothing is perfect. So even the best can be improved. Send your works to salons after ensuring that no rules issued by authorities are being violated. Let the jury deliver their verdict. In any case, the jury's verdict is final. We can't change it. We can't challenge it. In the analog era, when exhibitions were held in print form, I used to visit salons for 2-3 days. And then I used to analyze why the print was accepted, what specialty, what technique, etc. was used that it got accepted. And if I were to take the same picture, how I shall take and transform it. Now all that advantage is gone with that era, as the digital has taken over. Making an image has become easier. Yet we are not happy or satisfied. So no alternative but to continue to create your images, better images, and continue salon party. Mistakes in life are very important. If we can understand them on our own or with the help of teachers, they can prevent failures in future. There are various technical defects which we encounter while taking a photograph and also while processing an image. Some of my defective images shown here were inherently defective. I showed them. But most of my other images shown here as defective were in reality not faulty. However, I had no alternative but to convert good images into defective. I have seen such defective images during various jury meetings. In some cases, I even know the person who had submitted defective images. But when approached, they declined to share their so defective images for fear of getting a face loss, bad name. So I converted my good images into defective for the webinar for a better understanding of the issue. But in the Salon, but in the section of nature, photojournalism, and especially lines and forms, I was helpless. I never worked in these areas. So I had to borrow some images from the experts in the field for this webinar. And from the core of my heart, I am grateful to them. The defective images that I have shown in nature section are also borrowed from the masters of the field. Their helpful attitude made it easier to demonstrate the mistakes which we can avoid if we are slightly in the defective category. I profusely thank those kind photographers, masters. I am obliged to all the masters for according permission to me for using their images in this webinar to make it lively and more interesting. Learning becomes more sound and perfect when we stumble in a pit and then try to stand. That way, any next fall will be a rare chance. Acknowledgements. So all those photographers whose images they have kindly permitted me to use in this webinar to make it interesting and lively, I acknowledge them. Mr. Abhijit De, Mr. Akhil Hardiar, Mr. Anil Risal Singh, Dr. B.K. Sinha, my guru, late Venu Sen, Deep Bhatia, Mr. H. Satish, Dr. P.G. Shanbag, Prema Kakde, Santosh Jana, Sharmali Das, Professor Shivji Joshi, Subrata Baisak, Sujir Saxena, Suman Saha, Sushant Banerjee, British Broadcasting Corporation, Edinburgh Photographic Society, the International Federation of Photographic Art, Federation of Indian Photography, Photographic Association of Bangladesh, Photographic Society of America. Lastly, I am indebted to Shri Amitabh Agarwal, Shri Vijay Agarwal, and their Chhayankan group for asking me to speak on this topic, and I thank their untiring efforts to host this webinar on the eve of World Photography Day 2025 and make it a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Big applause, big round of applause. What an effort you have gone for, sir. What an effort.
We must admit, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's unparalleled. We can understand you have worked not less than a month on it since we talked.
From the day we requested him, he was on this job, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir.
And I am sure even the most active and senior Salon participants also must have picked up some new thing in this webinar. I can request Mr. Anil or Mr. Satish to give their comments, please. You can unmute, sir. Anil, sir, you can unmute.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
really a wonderful experience. I was in a stance since last 2 hours, almost 2 hours, 1.5 hour. It was
I
really
just take a gulp of water.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sir.
पूरा bottle पी जाइए, sir, no problem. Anil, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I am a really new and amateur photographer. A lot of concepts have been cleared today regarding how to participate in Salon, what are the various aspects of Salon, what are the various titles and all those things. A bit of idea I got today, and thanks to the organizers for organizing such a wonderful webinar. And really, we are in depth with Sir Adit sir for such a wonderful conversation. Thank you from my base
Sir,
of my
Anil
heart.
Risal
Thank
Singh,
you.
sir, if he is present, I request him
yes,
to.
yes, I am
Yeah,
very much
but-
there.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, this talk by Shri Adit Agarwal ji was very, very informative. Even I picked some point which I was not knowing previously. So It was wonderful. Go through by his pictures, by his deliberations, by the facts. And I thank Chhayankan. I also thank Adit ji for this great and very informative talk. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Now it is time to pick up the questions. A lot of people have shared some questions. I'm sure many of them is already clarified during the presentation. Still, I will read them. I will request Mr. Adit ji to just mention that this is already taken up, and the points which is not taken in the presentation, he may answer. Anything which is not related to the topic, we can avoid, we can ignore. So because there are many questions, I will start immediately. It is already 8:05. Anyway, we have 20 minutes time. Adit, should I?
Agarwal ji, can you off the presentation so we can see everybody's face?
Questions, I will read
That
out.
is for the organizers, sir. I have not switched off their video.
हाँ,
Okay.
ये जो thank you आया ना, अगर निकाल देंगे तो we can see all
Hey,
the
sir, आप screen sharing
We can see the participants at least. Who is speaking, so we can highlight them.
yeah this
If anybody is-
sharing को बंद कर दो. हाँ जी.
So Adit sir, should I
Okay.
go ahead?
Now
with
it
the
is
question?
great.
नहीं सर, आप screen sharing ही बंद कर दीजिए ना सर.
Acha.
Yes.
अभी बढ़िया perfect. Thank you.
Adit sir, should I go ahead with the questions?
Please.
Okay, well, Mr. Naresh Agarwal from Jamshedpur, his question is, what is the Salon rules regarding naming or title of photo submitted in it?
Regarding
Submitted in
framing.
written.
Framing.
No, regarding naming, that may title.
Name. Title. Okay.
And what will happen if we provide different names in different Salon? Is it okay if you are not applying for any distinction, or if apply, which type of rules we have to follow? Can Salon operator, there are too many questions. So one by one you can take, sir. What is the Salon rules regarding titling, whether same name has to be there in every Salon, or he can change the title in different Salons? Then I
Is
will.
the gentleman present here?
He's Mr. Naresh Agarwal from Jamshedpur.
No, is he present here?
Is Mr. Naresh Agarwal there? He can raise his hand, or he can unmute himself and reply.
Okay. See, for titling, it is generally not more than 35 characters. But some salons say not more than 30 characters. That is about the title, and also simply giving the title as no title is not acceptable. Similarly, simply saying some number is not acceptable. So something should be there, and then you can even give the frame number, image frame number. But something before should be preceding. But certainly never more than 35 characters. Number one. Number two, I am interested to know why gentleman wants to change titles in different salons of same picture. Because that is prohibited.
I think he's not there. It is not prohibited.
That is prohibited. It cannot be done. If it is done, it is a serious mistake, and he can be sanctioned for that.
So his next.
And I have shown one or two examples. I have shown where the same title was given, a different title was given for same picture. One in color, another is mono.
Sir, but his question is if he is submitting to different salons, not the same
It's all
salon.
the same, sir.
Prohibited.
It is all the same because
It's all
your
the same. Okay.
title are being counted. You
Okay.
have made only 4 images. You are making out of that 4 images as 40.
Okay.
This is a serious crime.
Once a picture is submitted with one title, for the whole life, the title cannot be changed once it is accepted. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir. It is like our PAN card. It is like our Aadhaar. Once it is issued, that is permanent till death.
Yeah. His next question is,
Sir, actually, I have one suggestion. I mean, experience here.
Yes, Satish ji, boliye.
See, in my talks, in my talks, many amateurs they ask why the title is needed. Why should we give? We can just send the raw file number. Is it allowed? I say to them that when you have 3-4 children, how can you have to name them?
Yeah.
And you have to identify them. Otherwise, you cannot call him Tom, Dick, and Harry or 1, 2, 3. Please come here, go sit there like that. So you have to identify and title your
Sir,
work,
that is
and
why I said
that is
some
most important.
preceding word followed by frame number is chalta hai. But
Yes.
nothing, only hashtag 1, 2, 3, 4, that is not accepted.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Acha, here's another question regarding titling is, can Salon operator change the title of photo if a person requests him after acceptance of a photo?
No, sir. The rule is we have to do our titling. We cannot ask the salon organizer to change it, but we are given a window of 3 to 5 days after the results are declared. The salon organizer asks us if there is any mistake, typing error or something, he can ask and it can be changed, but that too, there is a window of 2 to 3 days within that.
It can be corrected.
It can be corrected, not changed.
Changed, yeah.
It can be corrected.
So he also wants to know various type of advantages which we will get after importance of participating in a salon. What are the advantages? He asked.
The first advantage is we get happiness. If our works are so good that out of 1,000 images or 10,000 images, one of my picture was accepted, it's an honor. So I get some happiness, mental happiness. We do photography not for money. Salon photographers, they are doing it for their happiness. And then, certainly, with a number of acceptances and titles building to your credit, you can apply for various distinctions. FIP, EFIAP, PSA distinctions, GMPSA, and so on. So these are the benefits that we get. That is for acceptance basis. But there is another which is portfolio basis. For portfolio basis, the acceptances carry no weight.
So you're done, sir?
Yes,
Should I
sir.
proceed?
Yes.
Yeah. Another question is one Mr. Ganesh Rajmahindri. It is in Andhra Pradesh only. He's a very new entrant into photography. How often do salons accept editing, and how to judge, and which one is eligible? What he means to say is whether editing is accepted or not, and which kind of pictures are eligible for salons.
I think these questions were put before the commencement of this webinar. And I have already given reply to all these things with examples. So if he still wants the reply, I will give the same.
Ganesh Garu, Miru Unnara?
Yes, yes.
Are you clear? Means you have got your answer?
Yes, sir. But I still had a one doubt. Last time we had a session on your office, right? Last month.
Yeah, please ask. Please ask.
Yeah, on those type of photographs, is there anything to judge like the looks and the eye direction?
Sir, he says what kind of picture he can submit, he needs some guidance. means with experience only, I think he will know once he starts participation. And second thing, he should visit exhibitions, or once he participate, if he gets the Salon catalog, he should go through the catalog to know what kind of images are awarded, what kind of images are accepted. And he will, it is a slow learning process. And that is how you can learn, Mr. Ganesh.
Mr. Ganesh, in your area, if there are any photographic exhibitions, please go there with time, not hurriedly. Spend good 2-3 hours, stand before the pictures, and if they are digital, then there is no way but only 5-second or 10-second window and the image gets changed. So there it cannot be helped, but otherwise you have to see the pictures, or if there is a catalog, you go through the catalog, you will see at least some pictures reproduced there. So from there, you can get some guidance. The whole thing is your heart is the best thing to understand where you think this is good, which is strikes you as good, which moves you, which gives you some thought-provoking idea.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, Mr. Ganesh.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you are from Rajahmundry. Rajahmundry is full of very good photographers who have lot of honors and acceptance. You can go to them and take guidance. So our next question is from Mr. Ramya Roy, Calcutta. What he asked is PSA, FIP, and FIAP Salon. My image is getting rejected. I have edited the rejected images, and slowly that image is receiving some acceptances and awards. Will I face any trouble for this? What he says that because I have edited and started getting pictures, is it wrong? Is editing wrong? That is
If
what.
the editing is within the prescribed rules, compliance of rules, there is no problem. Another thing, if one picture has once been accepted under some title, let us say good morning. After editing, he changes it to good evening and send it to another salon and it gets accepted. This is crime. This is not acceptable.
Should I proceed?
Yes.
This is Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya from New Bombay. He asked, we know the names of many premium salons where quality is the last word. However, to fulfill the criteria defined for distinctions, we participate in many average, comparatively weak salons. Is this process justify the purpose of photography? Is this process enhances? What he is trying to ask is, just to get scores, to get distinction, we submit in weak salons for him where it is easy to get acceptances and awards. Just to score the required number of acceptances to apply for distinctions. So what he is saying that, is this process justify the purpose of photography? Is this process enhances our skill? Participating in
Saurabh
weak salons.
Bhattacharya is a very good photographer, photo artist. He has got several distinctions to his credit. He is a good photographer, but I don't know why he has put this question. And in some way, he has already given his answer.
Yeah.
If you are aware that these are bad salons and we are going there only for getting some acceptance, that means we are accepting that our pictures are not good. That's why we are going to get some credit, acceptance, just to get distinction.
Next question of same Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya is a little debatable. Like, is there any standardized process to select a jury for the salon? In many cases, jury members have achieved distinctions on the basis of photographs shot in workshops arranged by the mentor. How will they access good work? Due to their incompetency, artists can be demotivated. Is it desirable? many organizers even do not bother to arrange any exhibition. This is separate questions totally on organizers. But what he is asking that is there any standard process to select a jury? Because just our present process is to make somebody a jury after getting some distinctions. But he says that many these distinction holder have got this distinction just merely on the number of acceptances, and those acceptances are based on pictures shot during workshops which is arranged by somebody else.
See, the problem is that FIAP or PSA or any other distinction granting authority, they grant distinctions on the basis of certain parameters. So first we have to fulfill the parameter, and then only they grant distinction. But these international bodies do not select any jury. They do not say that Salon XYZ, you take Adit Agarwala as jury. FIAP or PSA will never do that. Same is in our India, FIP or any other body, they never say you take this jury. It is the Salon organizer who decides who to select as jury. Like see, YPS, Photographic Society of India, Mumbai, or so many Salon organizers in Calcutta or Indore or so many places. They decide who will be their jury. It is not the jury who dictates the term that you take me, I have got AFIA. You take me as jury, I am EFIA. Never.
But what he is
It never
asking
happens.
is,
And there is no procedure to select juries. It is the organizer who decides. And that is final.
the only criteria is
And
they
if
must have international.
I still have some objection to a particular jury, so before I participate, I know who is the jury of my picture. Because in the Salon rules, the name of juries are published. So if I have no faith in their judgment, why should I participate? Don't participate. In any case, no distinction awarding authority selects jury, except their own. When say FIAP or PSA award distinction, for that awarding distinction, there is a panel of jury. They are board members. They know their competence. So they say.
PSA have now got one rule like one of the members should be PSA, a member having distinction as a judge.
Distinction of PSA only, or
Yeah, it is an PSA approved salons.
That
One
is a
member should be.
universal rule, sir. That is a universal rule. If you are going to judge a FIAP recognized salon, at least one of the jury should be holding FIAP distinctions, such as AFIAP, EFIAP, MFIAP, etc. So also with PSA.
okay, fine. So regarding this thing, this question, many organizers even don't bother to arrange any exhibitions. I think it is out of the concept. It's not related.
See, we have no such evidence that they do not organize. But if somebody comes to know that a particular salon organizer has not arranged any exhibition, he should report it to the authority. How this webinar is can reply to this? It is, I think, beyond the purview of this webinar.
Up to you. If you don't like, don't answer it. So no problem.
No, not question of liking. I can reply so many things.
Yeah.
But what I am saying, whether it pertains to the boundaries of this webinar.
Then he has another question. Why the Salon participant in India is showing a sharp downward trend? Why people are losing interest? India, an international channel with 150 participants is very rare. However, there are many salons outside India with 400 plus participation. So he's saying that there is a downward trend in India for participation, whereas internationally it is going up, number of participation, and why? A general
Okay.
question.
If I reply it from photographic point of view, then see what happens. I want to compete for a distinction. FIP or EFIP or like PSA, so many distinctions. So these distinctions are based on number of acceptances. So many acceptances you can apply for this. Another so many you can apply for this. But what happens when all my possible distinctions I have already availed, like FIP distinction I'm speaking, just till 2024. Till 2024, the EFIP level distinction last was D3. The highest was D3. And I know several people in Calcutta and elsewhere also, they already achieved D3 in 2020, 22 or 23. So they will not participate to any salon. So many people, if they are not participating in salon only because they have already achieved the distinction, so why should they spend money in entry fee? So they will not participate. Another is, as somebody said earlier, that what is the parameter of selection of jury? They are incompetent based on some workshop organized pictures. So again, some photographer may have this idea that these juries are not good. So he will not participate. In any case, both FIP and PSA place lot of faith on jury and their competence. That is why they write in their rules, jury's decision is final and binding. All the salon organized, they have to write this line. Jury's decision is final and binding. It cannot be challenged, especially when we have no evidence. And if you have some evidence, you go to the authority with the evidence.
He had another grievance rather than questions, see in the same way. He says that with our present system of salon photography, are we developing any good artist who doesn't have enough money? Means poor
Are
people.
we developing means who is responsible to develop? Is there any agency? No. The FIAP doesn't say that we are developing good artists. Artist resides in the heart of the person. If his eyes are not able to see the beauty around him, how can he become an artist? How can FIAP or PSA or FIP or anybody XYZ create an artist? What we teach generally, we teach only the techniques, the method of how you can put your words into a poetry, into a prose, into a picture. We only teach him how you can convert. But what to convert? That is your imagination. If you have no imagination, nobody else can teach.
And what he feels that rich people with money, they are more successful because they go to workshops paying heavy amount, they generate good images, and they are successful in workshops.
Sir,
He takes it as the success is outsourced, like purchased by attending workshops.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll tell you. See, in our mythology, we have heard that Eklavya was a very poor fellow. But he was master of archery by simply practicing before the statue of his god. So also in photography, I have come across some people, I can even name them. I can even name them, I know them personally. They are very good artists, they have produced very good images. But once upon a time, they were pauper. So of course, money has some advantage. You can buy the material, you can also visit, but it doesn't mean that those who do not visit any workshop, they can't make good pictures. Is it so? Correct? I don't agree. Some benefit you will definitely get because your exposure will be broadened. You will have more opportunity to shoot. You can make some good pictures again because of your own intellect, not because somebody presented there. And if you do that, then you see the salons have so many distinctions. They don't allow. And creative pictures are always getting precedence.
Sir, one point I would like to put up here is that since at Chhayankan we have been organizing workshops, a number of workshops we have done. And I've been hearing for a long time these things as workshops, arranged pictures, arranged things are there, yes, but for pictorial section, not for travel and where it is not allowed. At the same time, when 30 participants or 12 participants or 6 participants have gone to the workshop, they have come back with so many different pictures and so many award-winning pictures which were not staged, which was not given. It is again it's the opportunity created by the organization to take many pictures in this thing. But when they come back, it's ultimately the focus of individual participant that creates a difference. Sir. That's just a point of observation which I wanted.
It is always the individual, his own intellect, his own way of
Yes, sir.
thinking.
It should not be seen workshop as a something where they are organizing and creating pictures for them. That's a wrong, somewhere some wrong message. Some workshop might have gone, but most of the workshops are not like that, sir. It's contributing in a big way, sir.
So now, one Mr. Sujay Marathe from Pune, it is a joint question. Mr. Aswin K. Chabra also has the same question. It is a joint question. In daily practice, any daily practice tips or activities which can be done in a day-to-day life to improve the eye and content quality of the photograph in order to success in Salon. What he is asking is any tips to train our eye to identify opportunities and to make Salon-worthy pictures.
Well, like this, yeah, this thing can be told, shared, improved, but this is not the right forum.
Yeah, their own quality.
And it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it is very. He has another question.
Moreover, sir, I have seen in some of the slides you have put up those tips also.
Already.
Yeah, I have given.
You have given some tips also to how you can produce better pictures. Yes, sir.
He asked again, they ask again, in some salons, along with normal subjects like open color PIDC, open monochrome PIDM, nature, ND theme, people is given. People PIDC means color images are accepted and permitted to edit like open color, whereas in some salon it is given. People color images means restricted for editing like nature. Little confusing question, but I think he wants to know that what is open PIDC, what kind of picture.
I think I have explained this.
Yes.
That in open color or open mono, you can give any type of images like creative, portrait, landscape, candid. At least these 4 I remember I had counted. And all the possible techniques except artificial intelligence and some prohibited third party like sky and texture and certain things like that. Other than that, everything is okay.
What is this PID? C is for
projected image division. PIDC. Projected image division color. PIDM. Projected image division monochrome. PTD. Projected travel division.
And ND, nature ND.
That is, I think PND or something, nature and something like that.
but many restrictions.
Nature division.
There are many restrictions of editing in nature section.
Yeah, it is there.
In color images, in open it is accepted. In nature, you have already taken this. Okay. Mr. Ashwin Chabra from Bombay. What is the? I'm not in a studio portrait and still life. He doesn't take studio portraits and still life. Hence, which type of images I should submit in color section? As per the definition, any genre photo can be submitted. Based on my observation, my observation of Salon catalog of the salons posted by Indian clubs contained portraits and still life images as they are awarded. What he says that as per his observation in Salon catalog, only portraits and still life images are awarded because he is not a portrait and still life photographer, but he should do.
He should broaden his perspective. What can I say?
Another question is, I have from the same gentleman, I haven't yet ventured into monochrome. I would like to know the technical benchmark for the process of monochrome section.
Technical benchmark for monochrome is that your white should be white and black should be black. And in any picture, at least these two tones must be present, the black and the white. In between, there are n number of tones he can choose.
But tones in gray only or in the same tone? Monochrome.
I mean, in any monochrome picture, the two tones are compulsory, black and white. See, even in high key picture, white should be there, black should also be there, however little it may, but it should be there.
He asked again that I have, what I feel from that monochrome question is, it should be actually pure monochrome. Just say when we reduce saturation, still, even if we make the saturation 0, still in some pictures, some tinge of color are visible. So we have to convert it to grayscale to have achieve perfect monochrome.
Yes, yes.
And moreover, picture should have some element of black or some element of white. Is that right, sir?
Sir,
Yeah,
that is
pure
what I
So
was
that
saying.
if that becomes an evidence, it's a pure monochrome.
Yeah, it should be. There should be pure white and pure black tone.
No, sir.
in
Even in color images, if
Yeah.
there is no black, there will be problem. Or there is no white, again there will be problem.
Oh,
So that these two colors are compulsory everywhere.
okay.
Depends. If it is high key, the white will be more. Brighter colors will be much more. If it is low key, the lower, darker colors will be much more.
Here I will. I have also closely observed many portraits, particularly of blonde women. Let us say foreign models. They have gray eyes and golden hair or blonde hair. So, and for high key pictures, when we put a light color white dress and light background, which is the key for a high key success. So we hardly get a black spot in the entire concept if they're blonde and they're fair in complexion. Other in Indian girls, yes, our eyes are black or hair might be black.
Yeah.
But for our these foreign models, particularly when we are working with these Russian models in Goa or other place, high key images difficult to get a dark tone, pure black tone.
Yes, that is true, but these are exceptions.
Yeah.
Other maturity of other colors and tones, that will take care of that.
Okay. And but he asked, I have observed and have been told that nature photos should depict action. If not, they get rejected no matter how good they are. In the recently held YPS International Salon, some of the macro pictures which didn't depict any action, albeit they are visually appealing, got acceptance and awards. What he says that, some people say that action has to be there, But he has observed that without action also somewhere it is accepted.
Sir, by very definition of nature photography, it says the storytelling effect of a picture will be weighed much more than its pictorial quality. So if there is an action, automatically there is a story. And with so much of competition going up, and the bars are being raised, that you are bound to take action pictures. But in those pictures, as he said, some macro, etc., that is acceptable because of their color and their total effect.
We are slightly exceeding the time, but anyway, we will continue. People who want to remain with us, please remain with us.
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes, another 4 questions are there. One, Mr. VGM Nair of Mr. Trivandrum is a great 3D photography he does. He asked, is shallow depth of field a compulsion in 2D photography? In 3D photography, full depth is appreciated. One of the pictures from a gold award stereo pair is submitted in 2D. One of the pictures from a gold award stereo pair is submitted in 2D. It was rejected. When I artificially made the background out of focus, it is getting accepted in 2D. What he says that is shallow depth of field out of focus background, is it compulsory in 2D? Because in 3D photography, full depth is appreciated. One 3D images when he submitted in 2D, it was rejected. When artificially made the background out of focus by editing, it is getting accepted in 2D.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you. This is 2025. This is the year 2025. Our Guru Benusen taught us in way back in 1981, 45 years before, that our picture print is 2-dimensional. So we convert a 3-dimensional scene, whether it is a person or a landscape or whatever, it's a 3-dimensional thing. We convert it into 2-dimensional because we print it on a paper. So we miss the 3rd dimension. And this 3rd dimension is very important because it creates modulation. It gives the effect, psychological effect of reality. So how can we create this? The only way to create this is, there are several, not only blurring the background, also by giving the impression of distance. What happened? This suddenly, hello?
Hello?
So, say like shadows. So shadows impart the sense of depth. Shadow. So also, if we blur the background, then the entire focus goes on the subject. So the impact on the viewer is heightened much more. But these are the techniques of imparting the missing 3rd dimension. That is very important.
Achha, so 3D pictures are when submitted in 3D, is it accepted because those judges are not wearing the glasses to get the 3D effect? Otherwise, it will have that ghost.
In salons, I haven't seen any 3D as such.
There are separate salons for 3D
Separate
images.
sections, yes. I have not participated there, so I don't know.
I have got 170 acceptance in 3D now, including around 20 awards.
In the
When I submit to 2D, there are 2 images, left and right. I take the left one, edit it and send for 2D exhibitions.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
See, at that time, those are getting rejected. Even portrait, it is getting rejected. Only thing is there is a curtain behind. then I made the curtain into out of focus, then it is get accepted. Otherwise, the same image I got 3-4 places gold
Sir,
praise.
it creates the impression of depth in your picture, which is the third
5 minutes,
dimension
5
missing.
minutes और लगेगा.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. One Miss Kavita from Bombay. Of course, she says that I want to know from basics what is FIP, how is it different from other competitions, which are some of the prestigious salons, and how do we get notified? Then photograph submission related to what level of editing allow. While we know that modification not allowed, but it is very gray because when you अच्छा पहले ये बता दे, he wants to know the basics, ये FIP क्या है?
FIP, FIA, PSA, I have already discussed in the webinar full form. And for getting a notification of salon, nobody will send notification unless you become a regular salon participant. Number two, if we simply visit the FIAP website for salons, you will get a number of salons along with rules, entry fee, everything. If you visit FIP website or become member of FIP, every viewfinder, every monthly viewfinder on the back page, there are some 40 salons listed there. International salons and national salons both.
Miss Kavita, are you there? Miss Kavita, you can unmute yourself and reply. Are you there? Okay.
Mr. Sanjay Jain has raised hand. Will you take his question after you have completed, or?
This is completed. Our questions are completed.
Okay. So, Mr. Sanjay Jain, you can unmute and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Although it is very late, but I just wanted to know one thing. Is there any single point website where we can get all the salon informations?
Sir, single point, if you want to go for international, then you have two options. You can go to FIAP website. You can go to PSA website. From there, you can see the salons patronized by them. And with all the like closing date, entry fee, etc., this information will be there. Since salons are organized by different organizing bodies like Youth Photographic Society of India, Madras Photographic Society, Chhayapat, so many salons, so many, Photo Lovers International. So all these organizing clubs, they seek patronage from the FIA, PSA, FIP, etc. So their salon is listed in their website. But the organizers are at some other place. They organize, they fix the judges. So you have to ultimately get in touch with them only by sending the picture, by paying the entry. Single point is not there because FIAP has a different spectrum and PSA has a different spectrum. FIP has a different spectrum. But they have all websites. You visit them and you can see.
In FIP journal, details of lot of salons are printed, published.
Yes, every month.
Every month. So there itself we can get most of the details.
Yes.
Sorry, I am new into this. So normally we are getting so many mails regarding the competitions. So is there any difference in salons and normal competitions made by the clubs and all organizations?
See, these two things are different. A salon is organized by a local club. If it is local participation, that means without any patronage, you can participate, but it carries no benefit like distinction. It is not helpful to the acceptance in those local salons will not fetch any distinction. This is the difference. But your competence will definitely grow. But if you participate in salons organized by those organizers, salon organizers, but which are patronized by some international bodies like FIAP or PS, then you can enter into their distinctions. That is the difference.
Got it.
But in any case, your competence is definitely growing. Your experience, exposure, that is growing. You are learning something. Whether it is a local exhibition salon or international.
Because they charge huge amount for the participating in the competitions. That's
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Sir,
Is there any benefit participating in
I
those
told you, sir,
competitions?
if you want to go for some international distinction like FIAP or PSA, if these local societies are not seeking patronage, then you won't get benefit of those distinctions.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sanjay, I may add here, with the permission of Mr. Adit Agarwala, that competition, let me say, for example, tourism department in Visakhapatnam has published a contest of a particular theme, that monuments of Visakhapatnam. And they are giving lot of monetary awards, a huge amount as awards. So people who are participating there are for the monetary benefit or to get that cash awards, rather than means a score for their acceptance score in our PSA, FIP or FIEP, or for distinction. Whereas Salon approved or affiliated to, or which are recognized by these bodies, your score is taken or it is accepted for your distinctions also. Whereas the competitions score will not be accepted as a score for distinction.
And I would
Another
like
thing,
to say a single
one
word.
more thing I'll tell about this. In India, so many such local contests are organized. Because we are in India, so we may have access to their background and antecedents, and we can also catch them. Suppose I got an award, at least announcement, and then I'm not getting the award, so I can catch them. But this business is also going randomly in foreign countries. And what they do, that is what I'm narrating. I had myself tested one long back, about 15 years. I shot a picture just of a mother and child. Very simple picture, not much editing also. Very simple. So on email, I got one contest from some country in Europe. You just send your picture. If it is accepted, we will reproduce in a good coffee table. Fine. I set the picture. They said your picture has been accepted and it will be reproduced. And then after a few days, they said, so many people have shown much interest in your picture. So we are definitely going to publish it in a enlarged picture. So there is no fee, but if you want to get the copy of that coffee table book, then you have to pay some $20 or $50 like this. Now, actually, what is my contact with them? Just an email. In the email, it is written some address or some telephone number. I have no way to write to them or confirm that whether they really exist there. So if I pay $, the money is gone. And then they will just publish something and 1 page or 2 page or 5 page and they will send it. So your money is lost. So before we enter into any such contest, we should be sure that they really have some background and stature, standing in the society.
Mr. Lokesh Aradhya, are you there? He wanted to ask a question if he's there. Mr. Lokesh Aradhya? I think he's not good.
Sir,
There,
can
he
I,
is there,
can
sir.
I, sir, can I answer the previous questions one portion?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, in 2024, PSA approved 503 exhibitions. PSA approved. And out of that, 233 is from India. This year already.
Sir, this is Lokesh, sir. Can I ask now?
One second, please wait for him to Mr. Nair to complete the answer.
Sure.
And this year, 2025, there are 301 exhibitions are accepted by PSA. Out of that, 165 exhibitions are from India.
Wow.
So, and India is having the maximum number of exhibitions. I don't know, it is a business in India. Even
Well, everywhere it is business. Everywhere it is business. Because I'll tell you, everybody is charging entry fee.
Yeah.
But there are very few salons internationally where no entry fee is charged. If you want, I can tell you the names.
Yeah, that's true. I know that. That's why I raised. And those persons who want to know about these exhibitions, they can verify it through the PSA site. It is listed there. Even you can go back up to 2019 onwards till date.
No, I didn't say about the exhibitions patronized by FIAP or PSA or FIP. I spoke only about some local contests.
Okay.
Not salons, not
Okay.
exhibition. Only local contests with monetary benefit. See, if FIAP PSA recognized salons, very rarely they announce some cash award. Otherwise, it is all medals.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is all medals.
It's all medal. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Lokesh, you can ask.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, my question is, when the organizers select the jury, it's been selected based on their credibility or based on their distinctions. First question. The other question is, the jury will be, some of the juries, they'll not be knowing what exactly the macro is. And they'll not be knowing how this particular subject is being captured and what is the difficulty in, in capturing this subject. So there, most of the images, which is very difficulty in capturing will be even, not being accepted also.
So the question complete.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So what you want to know?
So my question is, when Salon organizers select the jury, is the jury will be knowing what exactly the macro is, and they'll be knowing how the macro is being captured, macro subjects have been captured.
As per FIAP guidelines and also PSA guidelines, the jury selected should have a fair knowledge of all the sections, all types of photography. Fair knowledge, I say. I didn't say expert knowledge because that is not possible. So what happens? The organizers decide the team of jury in such a way that at least one of them is expert. Other two will have some fair knowledge. So the three in unison can find some good pictures pertaining to the topic. That is the guideline. But as I told before, it is the salon organizers who select the jury, not the FIAP, not the PSA. What they do when they go submit information seeking patronage, they have to give names, emails, and photographic distinction of the jury selected. So that is the only thing available to FIAP or PSA or any patronizing authority. From that only they will know. FIAP guidelines says, out of 3 jury, at least one of them should be a FIAP distinction holder. And the level is AFIAP, not MFIAP, not EFIP, AFIAP. You please read FIAP circular, you will find it there. there are very few countries where the photographic distinction holders are very huge in numbers. One of them is India. The other is Serbian countries, Britain, USA, huge distinction holders. And the maximum number of salons organized annually are either from India or from Serbian nations. Other countries do not organize so much. As you yourself gave some figure that out of 400 PSA recognized salons, some 200 or so were from India. Because India is a huge country, huge population. In Calcutta, if you go, like every street corner, there is a tea shop. And every tea shop, you will find at least one photographic distinction holder. But about their knowledge or competence, I will not make any comment. It is for the distinction awarding authority.
Okay.
And
Thank you, sir.
the salon organizing clubs, they should decide who we should make the jury. If they think, because there are so many aspects, like if you select a local person, you have to spend much less, only taxi fare. Even that is not required since this online judging has come into being. So you save a lot.
Sir, there was another question on the chat box by some Sankupa. Sir, the question is, sir, when Salon is digital, that means pics are only for projection. Then why talk about DPI? DPI is for printing cases. Can you please clarify?
So the pictures selected out of that digital salon, the award winning, they are printed. Not always, but sometimes. And some of them are set to various journals also.
One last question, Mr. DP Jain wants to ask. Jain साहब आप हैं?
हाँ यस सर मैं हूँ.
हाँ आप. This is the last question, friends. और Mr. Satish, are you there? Mr. Satish.
देख लेता हूँ सर, चेक कर लेता हूँ.
हाँ, Mr. Jain साहब आप पूछिए.
हाँ सर, with due respect to आदित्य अग्रवाल जी, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है कि कोई भी अगर कोई सर्किट वगैरह होता है, उसमें 3-4 अलग अलग क्लब जो है पार्ट लेते हैं जजिंग के लिए, तो उनके खुद के जूरी मेंबर्स होते हैं, वो फोटोज को जज करते हैं. तो सपोज 16 फोटो जज किए और उसमें से एक क्लब में 10 एक्सेप्टेंस मिला, उन्हीं सेम फोटोज को दूसरे क्लब में 4 एक्सेप्टेंस मिलता है और तीसरे क्लब में एक ही एक्सेप्टेंस मिलता है. तो या तो जूरी मेंबर्स एक क्लब के बहुत लिबरल हैं और दूसरे के बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट हैं, या एक वो बहुत ज्ञानी है, दूसरे के थोड़ा उनका लेवल इतना नहीं है, या उनके लेवल्स जो है अलग अलग है. तो इस तरह का मेरे साथ कई दफा हो चुका है. तो ये मैं थोड़ा अग्रवाल साहब से थोड़ा इसके बारे में वो प्रकाश डालें थोड़ा, तो अच्छा रहेगा.
आधा आंसर तो आप दे दिए.
अगर अग्रवाल साहब के मुझसे ज्यादा सुनना चाहता हूँ.
जैन सर, देशभूषण जी बात सुनिए. ये देखिए, हाथ की पांचों उंगलियां बराबर नहीं है. It is the same with the jury and the organizers who they are selecting as their jury. And the jury performs his responsibility to the best of his knowledge and belief. So it is happening like that. If we are happy or we can accept, fine. But if we are not happy, we should avoid such salons. Because the organizing authority clearly says, and organizing committee publishes in their salon rules, jury's decision is final and binding. There the matter ends. Nobody can challenge it.
No appeal.
No appeal.
नहीं,
Unless
वो
you have some
agreed.
evidence of mischief.
सर एग्रीड। और मैं तो ये बोल रहा हूँ कि रिनाउंड बॉडी लाइक FIP अगर कोई सर्किट जो है ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं उसमें भी अगर ऐसा होता है तो फिर उसमें कैसे होगा?
Sir, you can report to the authority. That is all I can say. But it won't have much effect.
It won't
Because
have
it
any
is
effect
already
because it has
published in the
already
room.
happened. Yes.
Sir, it is
And
the
see, if we are unhappy, it is something like a shop where if we go, we get inferior quality of material. Second time we will not go. So if you think that your result is not up to the mark vis-a-vis the quality of your images, then you better not visit that salon.
Yes. That is why I stopped participating in the salons now.
That is not the solution anyway. That is subjective. अच्छा, अमिताभ जी,
जी सर।
सतीश जी हैं?
सतीश जी नहीं है सर।
अच्छा, अनिल सर भी नहीं है?
अनिल सर भी नहीं है सर।
So can I request Mr. Jain Saab, he is the senior most in the webinar present now, to extend a vote of thanks.
सर अग्रवाल साहब से मेरा जो है बहुत ही घनिष्ठ संबंध रहा है बहुत सालों से, और हम जो है आपस में जैसे आपके साथ भी रहा है अमिताभ अग्रवाल जी के साथ भी, तो हम लोग एक दूसरे से बहुत नॉलेज वगैरह इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर करते हैं और बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं हम अग्रवाल साहब से। इनके स्पेशली मॉन्टेजिंग वगैरह तो इनका जो है एक्सपर्ट सब्जेक्ट रहा है। तो अग्रवाल साहब का तो कितने साल से फोटोग्राफी में एसोसिएशन है, इज वन ऑफ द हाईएस्ट अचीवर इन द डिस्टिंक्शंस when nobody was knowing about salons and photography. That time he was able to get the highest distinctions also, and he has been not only a student but also a faculty member in Calcutta, where he has taken, and then afterwards subsequently when he was in Chandigarh also, he has brought up many photographers by his guidance. So always his guidance is always available whenever needed, and he always try to give the final points to the photography and tell others who are with him whatever is correct, whatever is not correct. So I am very thankful to him, and on behalf of all of us, and on behalf of Amitabh ji and आप अग्रवाल साहब के लिए आदित्य अग्रवाल जी को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने अपना इतना समय, एक्चुअली वो पिछले 1 महीने से इस वेबिनार के लिए उन्होंने बहुत हार्ड वर्क करके तैयारी किया, जिससे कि जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिले। And he has made a very good presentation, very informative also, and many people will come up with after clarification of their doubts in participating with salons who wants national and international distinctions. So thank you very much, अग्रवाल साहब, सब अग्रवाल जी को और सब participants को सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Thank you very much.
I have one brief question. I'm Ashwini here. I have a brief question. I want to get the books which are authored by Mr. Adit Agarwala, Experimental Photography and Learn the Photography. How can I get those books?
You can share your phone number with him. He will, and you can, or we can share the phone number of Adit Agarwala.
No, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now.
Just a sec. Hold down, please. Hold down.
आप नंबर दे दीजिए सर, कल बात कर लेंगे।
हाँ, okay. I'll note it down.
Yeah, everybody who wants, who has anything to speak to him or any clarification, please note down his number, and you can call him in his free time. Please, आप नंबर दे दीजिए सर।
My number is 98 999 22 510.
You can repeat once more.
999 22 510.
Yeah, 98 999
22 510.
And lastly, if anyone wants also, all of you have my contact. You can reach me, I will share.
Amitabh ji, anything you want to add?
Yes, sir. Yes. So thank you very much, sir. Adit sir, you took so much of time, not today only, for last 1 month, and gave away. And I'm sure that archive of this webinar will be very valuable for most of the people who are photography lovers, and especially the people who have been worried about their success in the salon photography. There are a lot of people, including me also. I'm also one of them, where when I submitted my entries and I found that it got rejected, and I was convinced about the quality of picture, but I didn't get any acceptance even. What to talk? Not in all cases, in few cases. But now I can see that my pictures lacked in certain post-processing things, which were the requirement of salon photography. So this is going to be this webinar is going to be long way as an educative and learning tool. Thank you, sir, very much. And we look forward to having more sessions with you in time to come. And you will be. And I personally thank Vijay Agrawal, sir, for taking his time and joining in on everyone else who took your time and joined it. I could see that the maximum attendance of the webinar in the Zoom was somewhere around 63, 64, 60 plus. And on YouTube, it was around 9. So about 70 people participated, and about 30 to 40 people attended even till end. So at a 2 hour plus webinar, giving so much time and people coming all the way. So thanks all participants. You make a webinar success. You make an organization success. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in the next webinar.
Also,
and very, very happy.
Amitabh ji and Vijay ji.
Yes, sir.
And Desh Bhushan ji also. I think it is already 9 plus.
Yeah.
And you are still here to hear me.
Thank you.
I did made efforts also for my own benefit, because I refreshed my memory. I also learned so many new things that were previously not there.
Okay.
So it is my benefit also.
It is always there, sir. When we teach, we learn a lot.
Yeah, we learned a lot. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you and
sir.
good night.
And by now, there are 23 participants still there. I request all of you to leave your feedback in the chat box of Zoom, or at the same time, you can leave in the group also, which will be very helpful for us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, have a good night. Enjoy your meals if you have not taken so far, and looking forward to it in the next one. Thank you very much. Very good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
So now I will end the meeting.